Can you finish off the sentence, my greatest challenge is?
Oh man.
Ooh! That's a big question. That's a really big question.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to let you guys know that this episode is a partnership with PBS. I'm working with them on a really cool project called American Portrait. I'm going to give you more details on what it's about at the end of this episode, so please stick around for that. But a quick little rundown. Basically, American Portrait is a national storytelling project and a way for you to get involved by submitting your answers to questions and prompts like the one in this episode on their website, pbs.org/AmericanPortrait. Let's get back to the episode for now, but please stick around till the end to hear more about how you could get involved in the project I'm working on with PBS.
My greatest challenge is to be happy with what life has given me versus my expectations of what I wished my life could be. I'm 41, and it's funny that I'm sorry if I'm breaking up. I just found out a friend of mine died today. I'm 41, and I'm not a mother. I don't have a family. I live on my own. I love my mom and dad and my brothers, but at this age in my life, I thought I would have had a great career and family and children and the white picket fence and the 2 dogs, but it didn't happen, and that's okay.
My biggest challenge is seeing myself as an adult and not as a child, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that does.
It absolutely
It
does.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
In every way possible.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Your friends agree.
Good. So I have a child. I have a 4-year-old, and I sometimes a lot of times feel like I'm a kid raising a kid because it was like not something that was planned, and so I like kind of got thrown into it sooner than I felt like I would have been ready for it. So that's like, it's like an everyday thing. I feel like I'm totally ill-equipped to be raising another human being.
I think my greatest challenge is staying out of my own way and letting my mind kind of block me off to opportunities that were always there, but I maybe never saw them because of my own character defects. In my adult life, I've tried changing locations and just like running from place to place, and I feel like it kind of set me behind because I thought that I was running for something and maybe I was running away from something that I couldn't get away from.
What do you think you were running away from?
I don't know, that could get pretty personal.
My greatest challenge is removing my ego from situations that are bigger than me, seeing outside of everything, reasoning with people instead of just losing my temper right away. An example would just be the year 2020. That's it.
My greatest challenge is overcoming my ego.
That's so interesting you said that, because a girl before you said the same thing.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, I can change my answer.
No.
No.
I would like if you went into details as to why that's your answer.
Well, you see, ego goes both ways, right? Ego is either how highly you view yourself, but it also affects how lowly you view yourself. And right now I'm kind of in that place where I look at myself very lowly, and it's affecting my ego very negatively.
My greatest challenge is understanding what can't be understood.
Kind of like learning what the right amount of like caring about something is. I either care too much about something or I don't care at all.
My greatest challenge is self-confidence.
Communication.
Trying to change people, finding direction, making a decision.
To not buy sneakers every month.
Right now, my greatest challenge is probably staying alive. I'm an older guy. Practically every week I pick up a newspaper, community newspaper. I recognize somebody that I know that has passed. You know, being older, you get reminded of it all the time. I took things for granted when I was younger because I back in those days, I was probably thinking that, 10 years from now I'm gonna be doing this, 10 years from now I'm doing that. I'm at the stage of my life right now, I'm hoping that I'm still around in 10 years. Basically, that's really just being around, being alive, being able to do things.
Well, I hope you stay alive for a very long time.
I hope so too.
My greatest challenge is accepting criticism. My last breakup, I was just criticized for being too caring, and too smothering, I guess was the word that was used. So yeah, that was difficult to take in because you want to care for the people that you love.
I feel like my biggest challenge in life is living up to my parents' expectations. Mostly my father's, though.
What did he expect from you?
I think he really wants to be able to brag about his children. And I've always felt like I've never had anything that he could brag about me.
My greatest challenge is just being a woman in the STEM field. I'm a nuclear engineer, and I'm one of the only people that's a female and Muslim at my work. I graduated college at 20, so like navigating the workforce as pretty much still a teenager is kind of difficult when you're having to deal with professionals.
As a male, like as a man, you know, people don't really like talk about emotions and stuff like that as men. You see all these other things, how men are supposed to be. It kind of bothers you growing up, you know, especially I'm short. All kinds of stuff goes on with me, you know, in your own head. But just getting past those little like negative things and stuff, trying to be as positive and like happy as I can be. That's something that I'm always working on. It still gets me till some days, but I think that's something that I just want to make sure I can handle, so I can teach and get other people to know that they are loved and stuff.
Depression. It sucks. The feeling of waking up in the morning and immediately wanting to go back to bed is probably the most annoying feeling, because there's nothing you can really do about it, and it's just there no matter how hard you try to, I guess, get up and be happy.
Parents. Like, they're everything, and like they're nothing.
How are they everything and how are they nothing?
This is getting deep. I guess everything because like they're all I knew growing up and stuff, and then also nothing because of how it's changed, like how I've changed.
Mental illness and the stigma behind it.
Can you explain more?
I think that it's really normalized, and it's not become like romanticized, but it's become something that people, I don't think, take as seriously. For example, like I have OCD disorder, I have OCD. And you'll hear like everybody and their mother say like they have OCD in a day, like a million people will say that. And it's like something that has like changed my life and like affects my quality of life. So it's like hard to like see that and hear that when like people don't have any idea. And or like I also have this is so embarrassing.
You're fine. You're fine.
Let me just like collect
take your time.
my thoughts. And another like example for me, I also have bipolar disorder, and that is something that a lot of people like joke about, and it's not even like that it bothers me that they joke about it, like it's never bothered me before, but I think that it just like has changed my life in like such a way that like I'll never be the same. And so hearing people like change their mind once and go, oh my god, I'm so bipolar, is really annoying. But I like am just seeing him for the first time since like elementary school, and I'm like, yeah, so let me tell you, I've been since elementary school. Like I don't tell anybody this stuff. She didn't even know any of this stuff, and she's been my best friend, like my childhood best friend forever.
So how do you feel now? Do you feel hopeful? Do you...
Some days. Yeah, some days.
What helps?
The people I love, probably, above all. Like, I'd be nothing without them. I could not live like a second on this earth without them.
Is she one of them?
Yes. I love you.
We just got a tattoo together
Yeah.
earlier
No
today.
way!
Yeah, I'm like, the ET is my initials and OK is hers, so we like put them in there.
Wait, what does it say?
In spite
It says
of.
in spite of.
So why did you guys choose that?
I
Life.
just think we like went through a lot of the same things when we were growing up, and we both kind of sheltered each other
We always
from
had
it in
each
a way.
other like as happiness growing up, like no matter what.
And you guys have been friends since when?
Kindergarten.
How do you guys want to end this episode?
I have a good one. Just give me like 10 seconds.
I still
You
have
are important.
Say that again.
Everybody stop
say
looking
it.
at me. I'm being soft
I'll
right
go.
now. You are important.
Okay. And so are you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for making it to the end of the episode. I'm going to explain more about the project I'm working on with PBS. If you want to get involved, please keep listening. The more people that get involved, the better it's going to turn out. Like I said earlier, the project I'm working on with PBS is called American Portrait, which is a national storytelling project exploring what it means to be American today. The first portion is focused on the stories of everyday Americans, and the second part is a documentary series on PBS. This documentary will be made of stories that you'll submit on pbs.org/AmericanPortrait. Here are the exact steps you'll need to take to submit your story. Go to pbs.org/AmericanPortrait. I'll have it linked in my description. Once you get on the website, you'll see a variety of prompts and questions for you to answer. For example, the question that you just saw in today's episode is on there right now. And it's really easy for you to get as creative as you want with your submission because they allow you to submit your answer as a photo, a video, or a text. Once you submit your answer, it'll go up on their website. And like I said before, the more people that do this, the better the project and the documentary will turn out. So it'd be cool if you also shared your answer on your social media, or if you have family and friends that you think would like to get involved, make sure to share it with them as well. That's pretty much it. Again, please make sure to check it out, pbs.org/AmericanPortrait, linked in my description. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.